Welcome to Crops, Cattle, and Charley. I'm Aaron Smith, and I'm joined today by Andrew Griffith and University of Tennessee Farm and Financial Management economist Charley Martinez with the Department of Agriculture and Resource Economics. Dr. Martinez is going to be discussing the financial considerations for Tennessee producers during this pandemic. What are some financial tips that producers can utilize right now?
Well, I think that's a good question, and I think regardless of your industry, I think we can all get back kind of to the fundamentals and analyze a balance sheet, for instance. And the way that the markets have kind of played out, I think a quick one is analyze your liabilities and kind of look at if you can take advantage of the low interest rates. You really don't want to just exchange debt for debt, but if you can take advantage of a low interest rate and capitalize on it, I think that's one way to look at it. If you look at your cash flow statement, for instance, I think now that we're through the first quarter of 2020, we can kind of analyze the differences, good and bad, of the first quarter of 2020 compared to the first quarter of 2019, and see where you either had an increase in cost or a decrease in revenue, and see if you can manage those costs to your advantage in the future. As we get into this pandemic, it's still kind of unknown. Dr. Aaron Smith referenced in another video has referenced that we might have seen some bottoming of some commodity prices. So maybe that's something that you can take into account when you're starting to think about your cash flow in the future. And then if you start thinking about gains that can happen in the future, I think you got to start, if you're a beef producer, start thinking about what prices are going to be in the fall if you're a spring calving herd. If you're in the crops market, watch the board, watch the WASDE reports, and those will kind of give you some insights in terms of the financial capability of your operation this year, given that the fact that we're in this pandemic.
Dr. Martinez, are there tools or people that Tennessee producers can utilize to help themselves during this time?
Yes, I think all three of us would agree that all three of us are people that producers can call. I think Aaron Smith would be awesome if you're a crop producer or a row crop producer and you need some help. I think Andrew Griffith would be awesome if you're in the livestock industry trying to figure out the best way to market your animals. And then myself, just kind of blend and help along the way as I can. If you go to our department website and you just Google Ag Resource and Economics UTK, you'll go to our department website and you can click on our extensions tab and you'll find budget sheets that we've put together as a department, and it covers all kinds of industries, but also Tennessee is unique in that we have area farm management specialists in the state. And if you go to that extension tab and you click on the manage program, you can find who is the person in your region that can help you. These people have plenty of knowledge in terms of financial management decisions, and if you're a producer, you don't want to get left behind in terms of you wake up and you're in over your head and you have no idea how to get out and you're in a hole. With these area farm management specialists can help you currently in the current environment and try to help you avoid that situation. That way you're not trying to play from behind. You just get ahead and stay ahead. But we have plenty of resources on our extensions tab on our departmental website.
Excellent information. Thank you for joining us for Crops, Cattle, and Charley. We hope you will join us again soon.